Hey, welcome back to the Wrestle Show. Thanks for joining me. As always, hit that like, subscribe button. Let's get right to the news of the day. Well, apparently yesterday, Mick Foley tweeted out that he was undergoing knee surgery, getting a knee replacement done. And apparently a few hours later, he tweeted that he was tired. But apparently it was a successful surgery, and things are looking up for his knee, apparently. I didn't know until yesterday he was going in for a knee operation, but apparently that's what happened. But at least it was successful, and hopefully it'll help with his mobility and walking in the in the future after he gets through with recovery and rehab and everything. It can be a long road for that kind of thing. I've known people that have had knee operations and knee replacements, and it can be a long road. But if they work hard and get through rehab okay, then everything's usually pretty good. So at least for Mick Foley, I think that's a good thing, and hopefully everything turns out for the best on that one. Also, there's some news apparently last night on Raw that apparently Miz's wife Maryse apparently is actually pregnant, and apparently it's not just a storyline thing. Apparently it's an actual thing. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. You never know anymore, but that's what's being reported. But apparently she's pregnant. If that is the case, then congratulations to Miz and Maryse. And she's had a lot of people tweeting her, all the way from Eva Marie to Nia Jax. Congratulations on it. So it looks like it's legit. So congratulations to those two. I may not like the Miz in the ring, but you can't, I can't wish him any ill will when it comes to having a child. Because from what I hear, he's a really good person, behind the scenes, that he's a really hard worker and that he does a lot of work, he's there a lot, kind of like John Cena, one of the first in, one of the last to leave, always doing the best he can to do what he does in the ring, as well as to be good outside of the ring, as just a good person in general. But apparently that's what's going on there. Also, another little bit of news, apparently there's some backstage heat on Paul Heyman, and thus Brock Lesnar. I don't know if this is true, but as was being reported yesterday by Dave Meltzer and over at Wrestle Talk as well, that apparently the problem that people have with Paul Heyman is the fact that he can get Brock Lesnar's matches changed, and he changes the outcomes, the finishes, and how things go with the thing, with each match and how everything goes. Apparently, he shows up sometimes and just totally rewrites the entire script that's already been created by creative. And apparently, a lot of the other wrestlers don't like this. But as it was mentioned by Dave Meltzer as well, this particular thing that Paul Heyman does is one reason Brock Lesnar is so popular, is also why he is, such a big star within the WWE and so important to the WWE, because Paul Heyman goes in and actually advocates for him, because he's not just his manager on screen. He's actually his, he's kind of does his management outside of the WWE ring as well. So he's doing what he's supposed to. So people getting mad that Paul Heyman is doing what Paul Heyman is supposed to do as an agent for one of these wrestlers is insane. He's just doing what he's supposed to. Now, if you don't have somebody like that, or you don't have the balls to sit there and stand up to the creative team or to Vince McMahon, then maybe it's on you. But then again, I also hear, well, you can't be so harsh on him, because some of the people that aren't Brock Lesnar and don't have a Paul Heyman could just get fired. But I think you're going to have to see the WWE product get better. You're going to have wrestlers that are willing to, stand their ground and be like, no, I'm not going to let it go out that way. I'm not going to let a match finish that way. I'm not going to let a storyline go that way. Now, could they end up losing their jobs? Some of them could. But I think it would make for a better company and a better product in general for the fans if there was more input from the wrestlers as opposed to just creative doing what it wants to do. Now, I understand they got to be kind of careful. They got to craft things just a way sometimes so the advertisers don't get mad. But if you ask me, Paul Heyman doing his job is not really a problem. And that'll do it for this episode of the Big Rant Show. Please come back on Thursday for your next episode. And please like and subscribe this video. and have a great day.